I was watching Lee Evans on television a couple of nights ago. If you don't know Lee Evans, he's a comedian, a British comedian. Very, very physical. It's a bit like Norman Wisdom, something like that. Very funny and incredibly controlled. What he can do with his body, it's quite amazing. But it was a fantastic set he did. But the last thing he did, the last kind of sketch or routine he did, was kind of a mime, I suppose, to the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Again, incredibly skillfully performed. I didn't think it was as strong as some of the other material. But what it basically consisted of is him lip-syncing to Bohemian Rhapsody, but going through a set of mimes, some of which were just kind of comedic routines to do with, well, just which didn't have any direct relationship to text. But other parts of it were kind of charade versions of the lines, or the lines taken literally. So there's a sign, "Mamma mia, let me go," and he would do the Mamma mia thing where he's holding a baby, and then "let me go," and it would be as if he's letting go of something, and it would go on like that. Just very, very, just like charades, really. What that style got me thinking about, really, was about literal language. Because obviously, I'm not holding up Bohemian Rhapsody as a great example of literature, although I think it's a pretty good song. But to the extent that it works at all in terms of a piece of writing, it works not because of the literal meaning of the words, but because of other meanings of it. Because it works in a kind of through metaphor and through idiom and through those other things. So part of the comedy of the Lee Evans set was to do with the fact that these sentences were being taken literally. So why am I talking about that? Oh yeah, it got me thinking about, why is that funny, and why is and is there some mileage to be made out of that in terms of what that kind of thinking that can lead to. And what it got me thinking about was, okay, what he's doing there is he's showing me what the words that I'm listening to mean. He's cutting through the poetic functioning of these words, the way these words normally operate, to kind of seamlessly translate some kind of experience into my knowing of that experience, seamlessly, without me noticing that all these metaphors and idiomatic phrases are being used. He's undercutting all of that poetry by demonstrating the mechanisms by which that poetry operates. The gestures of babies and the gestures of letting things go, taking one's hands off something, that kind of thing. And I think that's quite interesting in a way, because in a sense, what it makes me think about is, to what extent is that what's going on inside my mind when I'm hearing those words anyway? When I hear a Queen song, in effect, is there somebody like Lee Evans running around inside the non-conscious processes of my cognition? Doing those kinds of actions, and then them subsequently being made available to me as metaphors, and through some kind of poetic, cognitive transformation. And I don't even notice the Lee Evans in my head. I just hear Freddie Mercury and just get a sense of the song, and just hear the words really, and hear the poetry and experience that. I kind of hope not, really. I kind of hope I haven't got Lee Evans in my head.